Hello, I'm Anna Johnson. Now I spend most of my time either presenting on Heart Radio and TV shows mainly in England. So when I got the chance to discover Taiwan away from the rainy skies of London, I obviously jumped at the chance. I've been lucky enough to travel a lot in my life, but never ticked Taiwan off the list. I can't wait to see the interesting history and meet the friendly people I've heard so much about. Everyone knows the phrase made in Taiwan, so it's time to find out exactly what I make of it. Welcome to Discover Taiwan. My first day will be in the new capital, Taipei. I'll be staying in the Grand Hotel. First established in 1952, it was Taiwan's first five-star hotel, and you can really feel it has history here. The whole structure of the building is definitely built to impress travellers from around the world that this is Taiwan. With the main building towering over the city of Taipei, it makes the perfect place to start my adventure. I've had a pretty long flight from London to Taipei, so I'm going to rest up ready for my day exploring the city. Well, I could get used to waking up here. It's always exciting, isn't it? That first day in a new country where you know you're going to explore and discover something you've never seen before. And today I'm heading to the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial to really get a grasp of the history of Taiwan. I've decided to come down to the Zhongjing district because there really is so much going on. There's the National Taiwan Museum, the President's offices, and of course Liberty Square, which is exactly where I am right now. There's the concert hall to my right, the National Theatre to my left, but the main reason why this is all here is for the memorial of Chiang Kai-shek, which is just behind me. It really is massive. This memorial hall is dedicated to the life of Chiang Kai-shek. After he passed away in 1975, people in Taiwan proposed to establish a memorial hall to express their highest respect for the leader, as he was such an influential political and military leader in recent Chinese history. The site was originally a military base and was later decided to be used as the location for the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial. pretty good workout coming up here. There's 89 steps all the way to the top, and each one of these steps represents a year of Chiang Kai-shek's life. Still got a pretty good way to go. Coming from Europe, we wouldn't really know Chiang Kai-shek, but the amount of tourists who flock to this memorial is astounding. People come here with many generations of their family to pay respect to their former leader, and each of these generations would have a different view on how his dictatorship has affected them. I really can't get over the size of this place, and I don't think without you coming here you're going to believe how big it is. I mean, the buildings, just looking at them, are huge. It makes you feel so small. And there's so much going on as well. People are dancing, there's soldiers marching. So not only are there the buildings, there's so many other things to see. You can't come here and not come to Taipei 101. It's the biggest building in Taiwan and was once the biggest building in the world. A lot of people say it looks like loads of Chinese noodle pots stacked on top of each other, and it does, but there's a hell of a lot more that this building has to offer. Let's go inside. Taipei 101 is a truly impressive building and became a real statement of intent in 2004, and they've never really looked back since. With its restaurant plaza in the basement offering all kinds of food from around the world and its array of international branded shops, this is a great place to pick up those luxury items you've left at home or you just fancy spoiling yourself. Michael, how are you?
Welcome.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you for having us. I'm so excited about going up there.
Good.
So Michael, I've had a look at the shops down there. This is a girl's dream, isn't it? There's so many.
Thank you.
It's brilliant. And you're going to show me the Taipei 101 Observatory just now, aren't you?
Yes.
89 floors up.
Yes, very high.
And it's a fast lift.
One of the fastest in the world.
How quick am I getting out there?
About half a minute.
Ooh! Okay, come on. Let's show me.
Follow me.
The whole building is designed to impress. From the elevators to the beautiful dragon bone ceilings. They just wanted to show how creative and progressive this city is. But there's another reason to come to this building, and I've been invited to take a trip with Michael, who is the GM of the whole building and an ambassador for all that is Taipei.
I feel like Beyonce.
As you can guess from my reaction, heights are not my strongest point. And when you are this high up, it can make you feel a little bit giddy. But the view is breathtaking, and it really shows how the city has been built up from a tropical island with all that greenery and mountains to this is something to admire.
It's so far down. God.
We are at about 390 meters high.
Yeah, it feels that. It feels very, very high. I think the rule of don't look down applies here because it is gorgeous everywhere. And you said that we can see the ocean.
Yeah, today's clear and you can see the ocean.
Yeah.
It's a Pacific Ocean. It's we call
Wow.
Danshui. There's a small town.
Yeah,
And there's two rivers at the edge and they go into the river.
amazing. And actually, I can see our hotel. That's where we're staying at
Yes,
the moment.
the Grand Hotel.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it looks gorgeous. And it actually makes you realise how big Taiwan is. You can see
Yeah.
everything. And do you know what I love? Is that you've got the city, but then you've also got these beautiful mountains, and you've got the
Exactly.
sea. It's like
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
that you want out of a country is just all here.
This observatory is the best place to see the city because
Yeah.
360 degrees.
Yeah.
And also surrounded by mountain in the Taipei city. So you see the mountain and rivers, and now you can see the ocean.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And you can see the airport. So
Yes.
where we've flown in, and then our hotel.
Yeah.
It's as if it's all here. So when was this actually built? How did this come about?
It started in 1997.
Yeah.
And then finished in 2004.
Right.
And we were the tallest building in the world for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it just got taken underneath you. Well, you
But
can't
we still
have
did
it all,
number.
Michael. And what is it, apart from it being the observatory, who else uses this building? What is it used for?
Well, it's mainly for office building.
Yeah.
And also we got a shopping mall, the most
Right.
luxurious mall in Taiwan. And also we got this observatory, so the three business combination.
Yeah, and it's such a strong building, isn't it? Because it's built to survive earthquakes
Yes.
and typhoons, everything.
And we were rated last year as the toughest building in the
Really?
world. Number
Wow.
one.
So should we just stay here and then we can just
Yes.
stay forever?
So when the earthquake comes, you should come into the
Yeah.
building, not going out.
I'll give you a call, Michael. I'll give
Yes.
you a call. And when we're up here, I can feel it now, kind of slowly swaying
there,
a little
yes.
bit. So why is that?
I think the building should be very flexible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot, resist the typhoon and earthquake.
Yeah.
So it cannot be too strong, and cannot be too soft.
Right.
So this is just perfect.
And what's now you're up here, and I'm sure you've been up here loads of times. What's like your favourite view? What do you love seeing?
This
up
is
here?
where my favorite view because you see two rivers
Yeah.
and you see the ocean and you
It
see
is
the mountain. We
beautiful.
call it Guanyin, and because it looks at the shape of the Guanyin.
Yeah.
And also, the Taipei city started from the west side,
Right.
and we're on the east side. So you can see the development.
Yes.
That was the previous tallest building in Taipei.
Oh,
See?
really?
It's just half of it. So now
Am I
we're
down there?
so we're standing in the much higher one now.
Yeah.
So you can see the development of the city.
Right, and I mean, this really does show how much the city has developed, hasn't it? And
Yes.
I've seen the banking district and all around
Exactly.
there. It is amazing how it's kind of changed, but there's still, it's nice you've kept the old parts as well, so we can see it all. It's nice.
Yes. And I think Taipei is really good for, you mix with the old
Yeah.
and some good
Yeah.
and some new and some cultural and a lot of different varieties.
Let's see if we're over it. If I'm over it. Oh no, it's still there. It's still. It just makes you go like that. Have you got over it now that you've been up here? so many times?
I'm okay with this.
You're okay with it. Yeah, I'll just keep looking up. So Michael, what is this?
This is the wind damper.
Right.
And we designed the building to against the typhoon and earthquake. So usually when the wind hit the building, it will be swinging, right? So
Yeah.
this ball is to balance
Wow.
the swing of the building.
Has anything like that happened?
Well, yeah, and videotape it. And a couple of times the big typhoon hit us,
Yeah.
and that it functioned and make us more comfortable working in
Yes,
the
it
building.
actually does work.
Yes.
It's a big old golden egg, isn't
It's
it?
the biggest in the world so far, and
Really?
it's 660 tons and made of solid steel.
Wow. It's gorgeous.
We painted the gold color because we are the financial center, so
Yeah.
and Chinese love gold color, fortune. So we painted in the gold color.
Amazing, amazing. And there's still more to see, isn't there?
Yes. Let's go outside.
Yes. I can't wait to see that.
We're going outdoor.
Wow. And this is the highest point, isn't it?
The highest point for public.
I feel like I'm as high as the mountains now.
It's 390 meters
So,
high.
well, it's not high. But it is pretty high, isn't it? But there's still more.
Yeah.
How come we're
There are a
not
lot of
allowed?
mechanical floors
Yeah.
with like microwave communication machines,
Right.
but not for public.
So not allowed up there.
But this is the highest point for public, and
Yeah.
every year we get this run-up contest, and this is finish point.
They run all the way up.
Yes, from the ground floor.
I
Every
think-
first Sunday
Yeah.
of May every year.
Wow. Well, I think these steps up here are enough for me. A bit too tough on the thighs. Wow. Thank you so much, Michael. It really has been brilliant. I've loved being shown around.
I wish you a very nice day in Taiwan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Lovely meeting you. Get
you.
down those stairs safe.
Yeah, have fun. Bye.
What an amazing building the 101 is, and that elevator is definitely not for the faint-hearted because of the speed. I'm off to have some lunch in the food hall now, and then I'll be trying out the U-Bike scheme after the break. This is one of the U-Bikes, which are pretty much the same as the London Boris bikes. I found one of the many beautiful parks here to zip around and get my first ride in on my adventure across Taiwan. This is Jingzheng Park, where they host a number of beautiful flower gardens. People relax, have a chat and get some fitness in at the same time. This whole city is geared up for people to cycle around, and the bike is respected as the most eco and efficient way to travel around the city, with this park being no exception. It just takes you away from the busyness of everyday life, and they have similar parks all over that all impress in their own unique way. So this is Linan Thai House, a perfect example of what houses used to look like on the grander scale before the expansion of the city. I love to experience other cultures on holiday, and it's so nice to see how this has been kept in pristine condition for everyone else to see. And the real bonus, it's free to enter.
Just beautiful. This is the courtyard of the 34-roomed house here, so obviously not for your average person. There's so many little details, little coves, little nooks and crannies, and these swallow-tailed roofs really show how wealthy these people were. My favourite part though has got to be this altar. This was used to worship their ancestors. There's also little bits of fruit here to really show how much they loved those people.
This is a perfect example of how this culture is so different and interesting to mine, and why I love experiencing new places.
All around the house, I've been seeing these detailed pieces of wood carvings. They've got bats in there and dragons and all sorts. They're so interesting. But what makes this piece amazing is that years ago, before love and marriage went hand in hand, this wall was used for arranged marriage. Now, the girl used to stand behind there and look at her future husband. Unfortunately, there isn't anyone there for me today. I think I have found my spot. If perhaps you're looking to escape the hustle and bustle of the city, then this is the perfect place to come. This is Moon Pond, and it's surrounded by 4 different houses, each representing earth, water, gold and fire. It's just beautiful. There's flowers all in here, and the fish are massive. Ponds are dotted all around the house, and yes, they do look pretty, but they also served a purpose too. When it got really hot in summer, the owners were able to come and get water really quickly to put out any unwanted fires.
I'm having so much fun taking a look at this historic gem, and wouldn't mind having this as my own house. It would beat the one-bed flat for sure. Being here really opens up my eyes to the history of Taiwan and how it has developed over the years. It's lovely to quietly walk around and cross these little bridges, lovely ponds and mini gardens. It just makes for a really nice afternoon.
It is tough at the top, and these guys obviously felt it too, because this is a man-made wall built to stop from wealth flowing out the door. Now, I know most people build a fence, so this is going to some great lengths. Wouldn't be a bad place to live, would it? 34 rooms, ponds everywhere, and this to climb on. Now, with everything in Taipei, there's still so much to see, and I've got to get across to the other side of the city, and I know just how I'm going to get there. The MRT is Taiwan's version of the tube. It's mega clean, efficient and always reliable. And best of all, it really is cheap. It's only about 50 to 90p for a single trip, so it really is open to everyone. Considering that it's almost 20 years old, it really is up to date and pretty much the envy of the world. It's just started to rain, so it's perfect time for me to head in.
When I saw these giant hounds on the platform, I had to have a little sit down, and who wouldn't?
I think it's safe to say that the MRT is a lot less cramped and a lot wider than the tubes back home. 94% of people say they're satisfied with the service, and I think there's a lot more people than back in England.
As ever in Taipei, they don't do things by halves. And this grand station is attached to an incredible water feature that displays every hour on the hour, and I was lucky enough to experience it. You might think, why have a water feature in your MRT station? Well, why not?
I don't think I've ever seen so many flowers under one roof. I've been walking for about 20 to 30 minutes now, and everything under here is so vast. It's everything from Dutch tulips to orchids to roses. There really is every single flower under the sun. Did make me think though, I haven't had flowers in a while, so if you are with a special someone, there isn't any excuse.
After leaving the MRT, I have come across this amazing flower market, which stretches for a couple of miles under one of the city's highways. The atmosphere is electric here, along with the sights, sounds and smells. I am loving this underground slice of Taipei life.
Thank you very much. This flower shopping can get a bit thirsty work, so thankfully, dotted around, there's all of these tea stations. So I've armed myself with a bit of iced tea, and I'm going to kick back and relax.
This whole area is great for picking up souvenirs, from the something nice and simple to the traditional.
Since walking around the market, I've been seeing roosters everywhere, and I've actually just found out that it is the year of the rooster. I do want to buy one of these, but I think the souvenir I'm going to have to get is this one. This symbol here means good fortune, so I think if I rub it hard enough, it might come true. Can I buy this one, please?
With the sun setting on my day, I really need to experience Taipei's world-famous cycle paths, which link the old city with the new, so everyone can commute into the heart of Taipei.
I'm really glad that I ventured out tonight. To see the city lit up like this is such a treat. It's such a colourful place. The thing that I'm really amazed by is how many people were out cycling and running along this beautiful bit of cycle path. The best bit is, it's on the way to my hotel, so perfect for me to go and get some grub.
In Taiwan, the traditional thing to do is mix your evenings up with some light shopping at the night markets, a little bit of entertainment from the street performers, and then get stuck into the food.
Dinner time in Taipei is when the city really comes to life, and I've come down to the world-famous street markets in Taiwan. Now, I've already seen street performers, handbags, and some of the street food, and I think after my day of cycling and exploring the city, I think I've worked out an appetite. I'm actually in Ximanding, and this district really is coming to life right now, so I think it's time to explore it.
Everyone is so willing for you to try out the little bites they offer. Although a bit scary, I love the fire shows, which adds to the fun of eating at these street markets. There are lots of restaurants around the city too. So if street food is not your bag, then the beautiful restaurants can offer a world-class alternative, because there is nothing more the Taiwanese people like to do than eat, and they eat well. Come back next time and see more of my adventure through Taiwan as I head south towards Sun Moon Lake on my journey to discover Taiwan.